What's up, everybody? DTM here with another amazing live stream. It is a Tuesday, and I have 40 minutes to go over a few things with you. Number one, we're going to talk about this amazing laptop, aka drawing tablet. Yes, this one right here. Let me minimize a couple things here so that you can see this tablet for what it is. Look at this amazing thing. It's like it's a double screen tablet laptop. So double screen laptop, and it comes with a keyboard. The keyboard is Bluetooth, and the keyboard attaches itself to the top of the first screen, and the second screen stays open, or you can then close it, and it opens and closes just like a laptop does. All right, just like that. Number two, it does extend all the way out like this, and I use the first screen to draw, but they're both touch. They're both touch, and you can use a pen to draw on it. And I have my pen around here. There it is. And the cool thing is that I can use my Surface pens. The This ASUS Zenbook Duo does come with a pen in the box that you can use to draw, but I tried out some of these Surface pens and they all work. Surface devices, the Surface pen, um, the Surface stylus, the Surface pen that you can use on any Surface device is the same technology as the pen that ASUS uses for this computer here. It's a laptop computer. It's a Duo. It's a something. And then look, you can flip it sideways like this, and it changes. It changes orientation by itself, just like that. It is crazy. So, this is what I'm gonna be drawing on today. I'm gonna go over some of the best drawing apps that I have available for drawing for my purposes, for my preferences, and hopefully you can try out some of the apps yourself. A lot of them are going to be free, some of them are paid, and you can find all these apps in a link that I'm sharing in the description of the video. As a matter of fact, let me double check that we see that link in here. It says more apps. That's right. So I have three of my usual tools are the Surface Pro 11, iPad Pro, and the Zenbook Duo. And so right below that, you see where it says more apps, and you can then click through and find a ton of apps that I like to use for creating my artwork. All right, so let's get started. Boom. Let's go ahead and save that. It's good. And if you're watching this, wherever you may be watching this from, please leave a comment, question, or suggestion in the chat so that I can then respond. I definitely want to make sure that I answer your questions related to the ASUS ZenBook Duo. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so here's the Adobe Illustrator alternatives, and they're really more about drawing apps. I need to change that title. In any case, vectormaestros.com / vector dash apps. That's the page you want to go to. And when you when you visit this page, you can go through the page and you can see a few animation apps in here. Let's see, drawing apps, and then vector apps. And I do need to edit this page. Let me see. Yes, and so some of these apps are free. Some of them are Android. Some of them are Windows. Some of them are Mac. And but there a lot of them are pretty close to very cheap or free. And today, what I want to do is go over the the apps that I have on my device, the ASUS ZenBook Duo, and I'm going to explore several things: the purpose, the price, the preferences, the performance, along with what I like about the ASUS ZenBook Duo. And we're going to judge these apps by several things. One is going to be the canvas. Can we do several canvas sizes? Layers. Does it support layers? How many layers it may support? Brushes. What kind of brushes can we expect in these apps? Are they available for us to do the kind of art that we like to do? And I'm a vector artist, so does it have vector options in it? And finally, what are some of the files that we can export out to? And so, for this purpose of today's stream, I'm going to mention a bit about what I do so that you can get a sense of where we're going. And if you have your own particular um, set of reasons on what you need to do digital art for, then go ahead and leave me a comment in the chat and we will definitely discuss it. Now, let me double check that I have. I have. So this is my NDI source is not working. So let me go ahead and try something else here. Hmm. Interesting. It is the Lab 5G. The Lab. All right, I'll switch this out. Oh, I know what it is. I think I might have changed something over here. Um. Hmm. Is it scripts? It can't be scripts. I think I'm missing a plugin. Yes, it's missing the plugin. Let me try to install the plugin in this computer while I talk about this ASUS. ASUS. Well, let me see. Okay, yeah, so this is not gonna work for now. And I can go back to this page for now. And so let's talk about my art and what I do. What I do is 2D digital art featuring character art for games, comics, and animations. And uh, and so a lot of my artwork starts as a sketch, works its way to either starts as a sketch in digital or starts as a sketch in traditional, and we work our way into um, uh, tradition to digital so that we can use it in many other ways. And like I said, animation, comics, and games, you need a lot of digital art nowadays. And I've worked for many years on a commercial art, and so we need digital. We need digital when it comes to commercial art. So, with that in mind, uh, if you have a particular art purpose, please let me know in the chat or leave a comment and the replay so that way I can then answer if you have any questions or at least know enough about what you're working on and what you do. And so, with my purposes, I like to sketch from the start on digital. Just get it done in digital. That way, I don't have to think about or worry about how to get it on from the page to the screen. That's it. I don't have to deal with that. I just jump right in and it gets done. However, I do carry a little sketchbook with me at times so that I can do a little bit of drawing here and there, sketching, and sometimes it's okay to just go ahead and get some of the sketching. Oh, there it is. Get some of the sketching um, ideas out of your system right away, and then that's when drawing on a little sketchbook or having something with you is useful. In which case, then you have to go from that page to digital, and I have a process for that. But nowadays we have phones. Like you can click on the phone and get your uh, design idea or drawing right onto your device to start drawing. So don't want to spend a lot of time on that, but I have used Dropbox in the past. Dropbox has become a little bit pricey, so I don't use Dropbox anymore. I use Google Docs. I do have Google Docs, and I'm able to move quickly through a drawing on paper, take a picture, save to Google Docs, open it out on Google Docs on the computer, and boom, we got it. It's just like that. Boom. Just there's nothing to it. All right, so here we go. We have our screen. It's ready. Let me see. Let me see. All right. And so that is my purpose. This is how I do what I do is and a lot of my artwork ends up as a sticker also, which you can see some of the stickers back here. There it is. Yeah. So I like to create sticker art because I like seeing my artwork in real life outside of the page? Can I have my artwork somewhere that I can see it outside of the device? It's nice to have your device and look at your artwork, be like, oh yeah, I drew that. That's my drawing. But what if I could have it in stickers and then I can stick it in places or hand it out to people? Some people sell stickers. Like that's part of the business, making merchandise. That's very cool. Hey, Dan says Jane. Hello there, Jane Bradbury. Thank you for joining us today. I appreciate you stopping by. All right. Now, that was the purpose. Now, the price. This is a $2,000 laptop. I don't recommend that you spend $2,000. It was a sale, not much of a sale, for $1,200. But then they sell you the warranty and other stuff because of what you want to do when you buy one. It's very difficult to get several at one time. You don't have to buy the warranty or nothing like that, but it ends up being around $1,500 to $1,600 for this device. It's a beautiful machine, and I think it's worth it. And so definitely we ended up with getting a couple of these for our purposes. And now our purpose does also fit along the lines of beyond art is technology and STEAM. And so we use these devices at STEAM events, and we have various things that we you do with the community, including coding, robotics, and drawing. So they have a multi-purpose. They don't sit at the house just by themselves in the corner whenever I draw. Even though sometimes, in the day, that's where it happens. But they are actually devices that will be mobile in different situations. The price fits our budget and it fits what we do. But as a starting artist, do you really want to spend $1,500 on a computer? Probably not. If you have the budget, then you should, because you have a full computer that can run Windows apps, all kinds of Windows apps, and this one here, and I'm doing everything by touch. Here is it's a 1 terabyte. This is the Google Drive on the right. On the left hand side is the 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 drive, the original drive, and it is a 32 gigs. Let me see, 32 gigs of RAM and 1 terabyte of storage, and it's a Ultra 7 3.8 gigahertz chip. So it's a very very fast and amazing uh, um, um, performance that you're gonna get out of this computer. So it's really made well and to last for a while, to last us for a while. So that's kind of like one of our reasons on why it's for our purposes it's great. And performance is amazing. So it's worth it. The last thing is preference. I want to talk about preference, and these are some of the things I will talk about also in some of these apps. Is that for me, my preference is full computer versus a tablet. Even though I do have some tablets, I do have an iPad, but I also have a Surface. And with a computer like this, you can install full computer software. And I can show you my Creative Cloud. Boom. And you will see all the apps that I can install on this device. A lot more apps than I can install on an iPad, and these are full 100% desktop apps, not like the iPad that has very basic mobile only apps. And Photoshop is blowing up on the phone, and that's great. If you have your device and you need to do some Photoshop on your phone, great. If you have your iPad and you need to do some Photoshop or some Illustrator work, you have it. But only a desktop or a PC will have access to all of the major apps, full computer apps, and a tablet to draw on. Big deal. Big deal to me. All right. So let's start this list of apps. First, I already have an app that's open. Fresco. We were talking about Adobe apps. Adobe Fresco is free. Adobe Fresco is free. Let me repeat myself. Adobe Fresco is free. All you need is to create a cloud account like the one I just opened up a second ago. You can go through adobe.com online, register for a free Adobe account. Along with an Adobe account, you also get access to Behance and have a free account at behance.net, which is the same login for the Creative Cloud, for Adobe, for Behance. And once you can download the Fresco by itself, or you can download the Creative Cloud app that can then manage all the apps that you can download for free. Fresco is free, and Adobe Express are free. So there it is. That's a good start for your creative career. For those of us that don't want to spend money on some of these apps, and so let me see. I do have an iPad Pro M4, and I think that's the document for that. I don't know what that first one is or where it came from, and I was just doing some little bit of testing. Look at this. Look how fast it works. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's go ahead and clear. And this is the brush, the pencil brush. It's just a pencil brush. And I can go like this, and let's see. I can draw myself. That's probably what I need to do. I need to make a video. This is what artists look like when they're drawing. Mm-hmm. Boom, just like that. And then let's go with the hat. Uh-huh. The beard. There it is. Yeah. Yeah. And just like that, I'm drawing and sketching. This is what's cool and great about Fresco. Number one is free. Number two, here's the list of things. Canvas. You can create any canvas size that you want. One thing I have not seen in Fresco is the canvas versus layers option with when creating your canvas, because in Procreate, I'm familiar with Procreate, is that your canvas size determines how many layers you can use because of the device that you're using. With Fresco, we don't have that limitation. I'm sure there's a limitation, but I have done plenty of artwork where I have not hit that limit yet. So here we are. This is 1080 by 1920 because I like making wallpaper artwork, or the artwork for wallpapers for like your smartphone. However, because I end up doing my artwork in vector, my art is not limited by pixelation. But here you go. We have a few different. There's a 4K and an 8K. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's crazy. So here is let me go ahead and close that. Let me get rid of this. I don't know why that's there. Delete. Custom size. 8K. Boom. And I can start drawing. And yeah, the lines are little because the size of the canvas is big. Yeah. Uh-huh. And see how easy and smooth it works. I will say this though. Um Fresco is not as up to date on PC or on this Windows as updated as it is on the iPad. So there are going to be limitations. You're going to want to make sure you save all the time. And what was this say? 8K, right? So 8. And I'm using the keyboard. I'm using the keyboard to type. And just like that, save now. Boom. And this is a sketch that started on the ASUS. Oh, let's go like that. Let's go. Let me see. I'm a right-handed, so I'm thinking. Mm-hmm. I don't like those eyeballs. Fix it better. There you go. Boom. And just like that, drawing on the aces, there it is. Mm-hmm. I like it. Unknown variable. What up? What up? What up? No, it isn't shame, says Jane. That's right. That's right. The Fresco is not the same on iPad as it is on other on the as it is on other devices. Yeah. I'm sorry, Fresco, to talk about you like that. The worst version of Fresco is the one that's on the Snapdragon Surface because it's not fully baked all the way through, and it crashes, it freezes, and that's the latest version. So there's several versions of Fresco that run in different types of Windows machines. So unfortunately, that's how it is. All right, now, so this is the 8K Fresco. Come on, there we go. And so we talked about the canvas size. We Here's the layers. You got multiple layers, tons of layers. We can then switch brushes or switch colors, and then give it a hat. There you go. Some earrings. That's right. Let's give it a bit of of gear. Mm-hmm. Hey, hey, and you gotta draw a little fast. Now, my intern was telling me that every time he draws, and if he lingers too long, then you get that yeah, that snap. And that's not there it goes. And I told him you gotta draw faster. Even after you turn it off, you still get a little bit of lines that don't work right. Okay, so I just making some things here, and boom, got it. So like I said, lots of layers. So this is great. This is a great app for drawing and sketching when it comes to canvas, layers, brushes. Look at all these brushes. This is what's cool about it too, is that the brushes in Fresco are shared through Photoshop. So if you download any Photoshop brushes, you can load them into Adobe Fresco. Just save them to your Creative Cloud account, and they will show up right here on Adobe Fresco, as do mine. Look at this. DTN Comic, that looks like some of the brushes that I have used in the past. There goes Kyle's. Kyle's there you go. That's Kyle's brush for pencil brush. Let's go ahead and Ultimate Charcoal Pencil. It kind of looks similar. And I think they are very similar because I use them for comic drawing. Inking thick and thin. Mm-hmm. Yes, look at that. Oh my gosh. I have a ton of brushes here. Rough inking charcoal drawing box graphite. There you go. It's amazing what you can do. So Fresco wins on canvas, layers, brushes, and vector. Let me show you something. All right, let me turn off all of these. Uh-huh. Let me just clear it. Let's get rid of it. Oh, actually, I was gonna delete it. That's what I was gonna do, and then I got sidetracked. Delete. Oh, we need that guy. Okay, so here we go. New layer and vector brushes. We got your basic brushes right here. That's the round, and I can chunk it up. There we go. Got that round. I can. That's one of my favorites. The other one is the taper. Gives you those pointy ends that you're used to when you're drawing with inks and ink brushes. And then my most favorite of all, you go down to the manga and get that G pen, baby. Got it. And let's go like this. Oh, so I got rid of the hat. I did a lot of other stuff on that layer and I forgot. It looks like a Lego guy, right? But it's not. So there is the G pen, which is very similar to uh the tapered pen, the tapered brush. What was it called again? It was called taper. Yeah, taper. I was right. But the G pen has like this the style of how it works. It has a very it does it responds to pressure, but it the line weights doesn't vary as much as when you are on the taper. On the taper, the line weights vary a lot depending on the pressure you put. And so you end up with stuff like that. You see how much it's crazy. Let's see. The Jane. So you're drawing directly on the screen. That's the other thing. Pressure on my Windows 11 for Fresco doesn't work at all. As I said before, that's crazy. What do you mean? Pressure on Windows 11. Are you drawing right on the screen? I think you said you have a hue on or something. Oh man. But yes, I am drawing right on the screen. That's what I like about this. I'm very interested in stuff like this. So we have vector brushes. I can't get it to work with either Wacom or X Pen. Then it's a driver issue. It's a driver issue. Has to be. Tried everything. Interesting. I like to troubleshoot with you sometime. Yeah. Yeah. And you're on the Mac, right? I think you're on. Oh, no, you said Windows 11. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. So, when Fresco works on most PCs, anyways. So, that's interesting, Jane. That's interesting. And then finally, the last thing I want to show you with Fresco is that you can export, and we have a couple options: PNG, JPEG, PSD, and PDF. That's a winner. That's a winner because what if you want to share this file with somebody, or you want to save this file for later, and you can save the layers. However, if you're working with vector, you're gonna lose the ability to edit vectors when you're in Photoshop. There's a way, but I don't like that. So instead of exporting in any of these export options, we have another export option where we go up to here, export, open a copy, and it's going to open it in Illustrator Desktop. And as I sent it to Illustrator Desktop, and then it's going to show up on Illustrator, and there it goes, Illustrator. It just showed up. I'm just going to turn this around. Look, there's Illustrator on the top, Fresco on the bottom, Illustrator on the top. I'm going to click OK, and it's saving. Come on, it's showing up on Illustrator. Okay, come on. There we go. And there it is, Adobe Illustrator. Look at this. These are the layers, and we are on a full version of Adobe Illustrator. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to tell you, like, this is a big, big winner. And what do we have here? Brush, that's right. Paintbrush. So I'm gonna need a bunch of I'm gonna need to play around. But now we're moving into professional territory. Illustrator is used by all, but for me, I need a vector. I need vectors, and so when I select here, look at that. We have anchor points. Man, this is like a 2 hour stream because I'm running out of time already. And look, boom! Oh my gosh, this is crazy. All right, so that is Adobe Fresco. Let's go ahead and close Illustrator. We're done here. We will delete that layer. Let's delete a few layers. Just get it out the way. Delete. I don't. So when I come back to this drawing, I'm not. I'm not faced with it. You're gonna have to have me spending money. Now I've seen this. It's amazing. It's a great tablet, laptop. Hey, Clever, how you doing? Let me show you. It's two screens. Look at this. Two screens, and I can flip sideways, and it changes orientation by itself. Oops, I got my finger on it. That's all. That's what happened. And I can flip it back. There it goes. Boom. Yes. It's two screens and they're both touch, so you can touch and use a pen to draw on them. The Asus comes with a pen already in the box, and it's the same technology as the Surface Pen. So that's why I'm using the Surface Pen. This Asus Zenbook Duo comes with a keyboard, and so this keyboard goes right on the top of that first. There you go. So you heard it beeping, and there it goes. So now I can use this screen. Touch. It's touch. It looks like a laptop and it folds just like a laptop. It has ports and that. There's a whole bunch of specs online. Here we're interested about drawing, but it does have two USB-C ports, one USB-A port, and you can charge the laptop through the USB-C ports. On this side we have a HDMI and a headphone jack, and this is it. It's amazing. And as soon as I pop off the keyboard, this other screen pops back in. Boom. Let's put it down. And it's Bluetooth. The keyboard is Bluetooth, so I can still use the keyboard and type in and stuff. So you really like it? Is Clever is asking. That's right. And Jane says the best of both worlds. Almost, I could be very tempted, for mobile stuff. Yes, for mobile stuff. It's a very strong computer. It has an amazing chip. It is not a Snapdragon. It's the one. I'm pretty sure that this year they might have release another version of this if they continue the line. But that's the thing about some of these experimental, fancy looking computers is that they'll have one or two and that's it. They're not going to make it again. But right now, this one has the best Intel chip that was there a year ago. That's when it was released a year ago. And so I got mine. I like it. I enjoy it. The one version before this, the first screen was narrower and it was sandwiched between the keyboard and the folding screen. So it it was a good idea. I liked it. I wanted one too. But this is better. I like this idea better. So who knows what they're gonna do next? Who knows? Who knows? All right, back to this. Okay, so I have 15 minutes before my next meeting. So let's move through this some of these things. Okay, so that was Adobe Fresco, and as you remember, I talked about canvas, layers, brushes, vector options, and exporting. Here are a couple of free apps that I want to encourage you to try out, and one cheap app. So here is my list of apps that I have installed here, and let's see what shows up first. Inkscape is free. Inkscape is for those of you who want to do vector art from the get go. All you have to do is go to the Inkscape website, download your copy of Inkscape, install it, and boom, you'll be working on Illustrator and in vector files in no time. So let's see. New document. There we go. It didn't give me the options of maybe because I didn't look hard enough. I just opened it up. Didn't give me the options of canvas, but it does have layers. Let me see where it is. Layers right here. There you go. So new layers. There it is right there. Tons of new layers. It does support the pen tool. Got it. I think there's a pencil here. Yes. Oh, and it looks like it supports pressure. Oh, that was my finger. Uh-huh. Okay, okay. Maybe I can change that brush and so on. So it has vector, it has layers, it has canvas. It will export to in vector, probably SVG. Let me see. Export. And over here, PNG. Inkscape, so SVG. Plain SVG, PDF, JPEG, TIFF, and web. And so if you export as a SVG, then you can open it in Illustrator and have you an app where you can draw on Inkscape on one computer and Illustrator on a different computer, or share files with someone who's going to be using Illustrator. Boom. I like this. This is all right. I have to figure out a few things about this app, like how to use some of these brushes. Where do I get the brushes from? Because I don't know. I don't know. I played around with this app with the pen tool, not using the brushes. There's a lot of things going on here. All right, that is Inkscape. Boom, and I have a ton, right? So now I did recently just installed Manga Studio. Manga Studio is not a free app, but it's an older app that's from 2013. Oh my gosh, 2013. Why are we talking about this app in 2025? Well, because I have it and I installed it, and you can make books, and I don't think you have animation and Manga Studio. Manga Studio is what Clip Studio Paint used to be. There we go. Look at that. Uh. All right. All right. There we go. So we finally got it. And there is no. This is before touch became a thing. So in the first version of Surface, Microsoft Surface, I there weren't many apps that were ready for touch, and that includes Manga Studio. But right um, as Microsoft kept developing the Surface, then Manga Studio changed to Clip Studio Paint, and now it supports the two finger undo and so on. But you can touch and zoom in and pan and so on, and then rotate. But it's very jittery. That's all. It's very jittery. It's kind of yeah, yeah. There we go. Boom, boom. In the house. Yes, this looks like the guy that I'm gonna have a meeting with today. It kind of looks like me. We look similar. We're both bald, and we have a little goatee. Bam! There it is. So Manga Studio, aka Clip Studio Paint, is not free. Is If you can get a copy of Manga Studio, good for you because it's very old. But Clip Studio Paint it's a subscription, or you can buy it straight out. If you can buy it for $20 and buy version 1 or version 2 on sale. So check that out. Another paid app. I'm gonna get to the free ones in a minute, but this is one of my most favorites of all time because it has. And I didn't explore all the things on the Mega Studio because it's very basic with all the things that I have in mind: canvas, layers, brushes, vector, and export. And what I like about Sketchable is that it's quick, to the point. It opened up and it's time to draw, just like that. I can try different canvas sizes. So you go new, discard that one I just had. There's a few presets here. Surface is this is an app that started in the Surface Pro devices with Windows 8, I think. So now we have Sketchable Plus. That's what it's called. There is an OG Sketchable, and then there's a first version Sketchable. But right now we're in Sketchable Plus. We have all these different preset canvases: profile, square, landscape, portrait. Oh, there you go, 1080. That's the kind of one that means 1080, but I want the numbers 1920. There it is. That's what I want. With 1080, height 1920, 300, create. Boom. Like I said, I like to draw with to create draw and create wallpapers. And so the tools are right here on the bottom. They're real easy to see and find. There's the pencil. You tap the pencil and you can change the line opacity, the stroke opacity, accumulation, or and then the size. Just like that. Boom. And start drawing. Look. Yes. Oh my gosh. No lag, no nothing. And when it comes to layers, you do have to open up your layers. And there we go. We got layers. I think the limit is 50 layers, something like that. And so my method has been to, when I get to the a limit, I start combining some of the layers together just so that I can continue working on it. But if I ever hit a limit, and this is what's great about um, Sketchable, and it comes down to purposes, is that once I get to a particular limit, let me go ahead and save, just save it, save as. And this is gonna be, oops, let me see, something happened here. The TMPC. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, that's not what I wanted to do. Whatever it was, I did something wrong here. Complete. Okay, all right. Computer PC. DTM. Oh, okay. What was that before? What did it say? DTM PC and screens. But this, I think I clicked on something by accident by grabbing this thing all wrong. DTM work PC. Oh, okay, okay, okay. DTM work PC. My computers. Okay, okay. Whew. So what is this DTM PC? DTM work PC. And I think I might have clicked on something by accident. Don't mess with my files. It did ask me to DTM work PC. Yeah, something is off right now, but that is not showing up here. Why? I don't know. That's saved. Those are my screen and so on. I'm gonna figure this out. I'll notice something that's gone wrong in a little while. All right, so let me just. I'm running out of time. Can't troubleshoot right now. Okay, let's go. Sketchy, sketchy. Boom, and I can leave him in my right there. 2025. Got it. And the sketchy verse. There it is. And just save it. And boom. All right. So now save the file as a sketchable file. But now I can export it. Document. And I can export it as a Photoshop file. Big plus, because then whatever limits you hit on Sketchable, you can then still take it to any other application that supports Photoshop. And so in this case here, and I no need to do that. In this case, um, I uh, I like to draw on Sketchable because it's quick and fast. It's right to the point. I can have multiple brushes and do different things. But at the same time, if I want to then work on this further later on with a different application, I can do that. And but when I want to jump in and just start drawing right away, this is an app for you. Just get in, start drawing, see what happens. So this is why I like Sketchable. All right, let's see, boom, and then a few other apps that I like that I will also, but there's no vector. There's no vector in Sketchable, so that's why I like to save as a Photoshop file, and then open that Photoshop file with Photoshop and save it to the cloud, which then you can open it in Fresco. It's a little convoluted, but I can get what I want. So from Photoshop to Fresco, and then Fresco start drawing with vectors. It's amazing. It's cool. I need to spend more time on this. This is leave me some questions in the chat in the comments so that way I can focus and get this for you. All right, now let's see, what is it? Boom, boom, boom. All right, just checking on things here. And then the last couple of apps that I want to show you that I do not have right here on the bottom. Vector Pia, another vector app. Oh, there's so much. Medibang Paint Pro is free. Krita is free. Like you gotta jump in on all these apps. Don't miss my meeting. I know I gotta get in. I got one more minute. One more minute. And so there goes Medibang. Boom. You can do illustration. You can draw manga. You can open files. Let's just do an illustration. Okay. And start drawing. Look. But some of these apps that I like because of the layers, because of the canvas, I don't like because they have all these menus. And this is where Sketchable comes into play. Forget all the menus. Just start drawing. Have fun. And then figure it out later. Because sometimes the ideas come to your head and you don't want to forget them. Don't forget your your the idea trying to set up a whole document for the perfect illustration. Well, this is all the time I have with you today. Like I said, I have a ton of apps in here, and these are just the ones that I have right here. Microsoft Paint, Krita, Medibang, Inkscape, oh, Sketchbook, Vectorpia, Manga Studio, along with the Creative Cloud. And it is my go to type of apps. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please let me know in the chat, in the comments, or send me a message, and I will definitely get to your answer. You're welcome for tempting me, says Jane. That's right. Thank you, Clever. And hey, Hues and Tones. No, you're not late. You're right on time. Yes, work. Work is work is in the way every time. Work is in the way of life. I am DTM Delta Tango Mike. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Remember, the ASUS Zenbook Duo is amazing. If they release another version of this, then you might find this one on sale. But look at this. Look at it. Look at it. It's beautiful and it's amazing. I'm gonna do some more streams. I'll do another stream tomorrow with this one, just so that we can go further into some of these apps. Until next time, I am DTM Delta Tango Mike, and I will catch you on the flip side. Thank you. Peace out. Unknown Variables, the Jane, Bradbury, Hughes and Tones, Clever, Devlin, and anyone else who stopped by and did not leave a comment. I wouldn't know that you're there unless you leave a comment, something like that. All right. Text you later. DTM out. Peace.